cannot ascertain something very nicely, very properly, because whatever we are trying to ascertain, its nature is dependent on 100 other things. You can't say even this person is a bad or a good person. This bad person is a bad person because of the association he's having. With his wife, he's a very bad guy. With the husband, she's a bad guy. With her friend, she's very nice. Right? So you can't ascertain this is who he is, because everything is relationship, relational. Anyonyashraya sambandham. Anyonyashraya. Mother-in-law is very good to her son, but mother-in-law is not good to the daughter-in-law. The daughter-in-law herself is very good to her son, but when she becomes a mother-in-law, she's not good to her daughter-in-law. Right? Like that it happens. So similarly, everyone is good with a certain respect of people. Similarly, fire is very good when it is cooking, but fire is very bad when it is not cooking some food, but it is cooking a house. So everything's good or bad or whatever, any qualities that he impose. The roopam asya tathopalabhyate, naanto chadir, sampratishtha. So everything, because it is modes, the nature of this world, that is that you cannot ascertain the roopam asya tathopalabhyate. You can't see this tree as tree. One cannot understand this world, how it is functioning. Na anto na cha adihi na cha sampratishtha. You cannot see where it is beginning. Na antaha, where does it end? Na cha adihi, where did it begin? The tree must have a beginning, right? Look, I can see this is the tree. I can see, but like, where will you see where is the beginning, where is the end? Na cha sampratishtha. Where is it based on? Where the pratishtha is actually? How is this running? How is this body running? Do we know? Does anyone know in this world how is this body running? That's a sampratishtha. Where is it all resting on? Everything has got an ashrayam, is it not? There is a milk in a pot. The pot is the ashrayam for the milk. For the pot, a table is the ashrayam. For the table, the floor is the ashrayam. For the floor, subfloor is the ashrayam. For the subfloor, foundation is the ashrayam. For the foundation, Mother Earth is the ashrayam. For the Mother Earth, what is ashrayam? The space she is floating on is the ashrayam. For the space, what is the ashrayam? In this way, if you go on, you'll understand. We can't understand. That is what Krishna says here. Even if we try to go on, our intelligence will stop there and we cannot understand. Of course, intellectually, we can understand that there is the Lord from our information present in the Shastra, we can understand some pratishtha. But we cannot understand by looking at this tree, by inference, by anumanam, we cannot understand. It is even a tree by anumanam, we cannot understand. That's what the scientists are trying to do. By anumanam, we are trying to understand what is the roopam of this tree. Why is it happening like this? It is not possible. Anyonyashraya dosham. Everything in this world is contaminated by the dosham. Anyonyashraya. Some anyonyam, this is relational with that, that is relational with this. Right? So no one is independent, everything is correlational. Right? So the point being, roopam asya tathopalabhyate, naanto na chadir na cha sampratishtha. So you can't, like, I'll give you an example. Just like I want to give up smoking. So to give up smoking, you can't analyze what is smoking and give up. It's not possible. Which means anything you want to study, you can't study because you are in it. I mentioned this many times. If you want to study something, we have to be outside of it. But I'm inside this material world. How can I see the roopam of this material world? It is not possible. So the only way to give up material enjoyment or material sense gratification, like Krishna says, asanga-shastrena dridhena chhitva. So the only way to give up this attachment, I mean, to understand, right, to get past something, to overcome something is asanga-shastrena. Take this shastram, take this weapon. Sir, what weapon, sir? Asanga-shastrena, with the shastram called asangam. Asanga-shastrena dridhena chhitva. We have to cut this attachment to the material world. With what upayam? With what reason? No reason. You cannot have any reason. Right? Because you can't see the reason. But you can see the reason if you take the shastram called asangam. Asanga means what? Asanga is a very beautiful word, actually. You know, sometimes we don't give enough importance to it in our practice of Krishna consciousness. Don't underestimate this word asanga. Asanga means your investment in something. You feel invested to do something. This is called sangha. you feel there is some benefit, there is an advantage by investing in it. Just like, I mean, right now I'm having Sangha for, say, my teeth, or my body, or my wealth, or my job. There is some Sangha. Sangha means some interest. Why? Because there is an identity that is invested there. I am this. There's Sangha. So as soon as there is some identity invested in something, there is karma that will come. Sangha sanjayate karma. So karma will arise from the sangha, from an investment of identity. I belong here. Then immediately say, I belong to India. Immediately desire to protect India, desire to fight against the aggressors of India, desire to protect India's sovereign interests, desire to look at poets who have fought for the freedom of India, like so on and so forth. Why? The identity is there that I'm an Indian, and that's the strongest identity. Then the desires will come thereof. Sangha sanjayate kama. So this material world, I have to understand. If I have to give up something, right? First, we have to become asanga. If you can get to this point of asanga, right? Naturally, we can be freed from the desires coming of it. Sometimes we try to overcome desires without giving up sangha. Then we struggle so much. Can't give up desires when you have sangha. Strong investment of identity is there. We have a strong feeling that we are that. It's not possible to give up the desires that arise thereof. It's not possible. I feel I'm a Bengaluru. Maga, Nama Bengaluru. Then Nama Bengaluru, then what happens? Then I want to show Royal Challengers Bangalore. Because, Nama Bengaluru. Sir, Tamil Ratam, sir. Automatically, Tamil feelings will come. Then Marathi feeling comes, and Marathi culture, desire, so many things. So family attachment comes, and immediately family desires. Son, daughter, wife, husband. So I'm caught up actually, right? We must understand we are caught up in desires because of sangha, a sense of feeling that we are that. I am, I belong to this household. I belong to this country, America. I want to belong to Chrysler. I belong to Ford. Underneath all of your desires, there is that strong undercurrent of Sangha, my dear devotees. And as long as this Sangha is there, we are damned to have those desires. This is why Krishna is using the word. What does Krishna say? Asanga-shastrena? What does Krishna say? Asanga-shastrena?
Dridhena chhitva, prabhu.
Dridhena. Very nice point. Dridhena means very firm. You take an axe and cut this root, this tree. From the base you cut. Don't analyze the branches. When you cut, where do you cut? You don't cut the branches, right? You cut the root. Similarly, the more you go into the sense objects, you will become confused. When you go into the branches of this tree, you get confused. This will go into that, that will go into this will go into that. So there is no end. If you are caught onto these branches, it is multi-branch. Go here, there, here, there, here, there, here, there. This branch will go there, that branch will go there, this will branch will another sub-branches, another sub-branches, another sub-branches. Complexities will come. So Krishna is telling, just cut this tree. How do you cut this tree? I don't even feel like cutting this tree. I don't even see it as a tree. Krishna says, you disinvest yourself from sense enjoyment, and then you can see this tree. And when you see this tree, cut it off. Just like when you're hearing some lecture, immediately there will be an inspiration. At that point of time, when you get inspiration, you must give up sense enjoyment. You must plan, you must understand, I have nothing to do with this. And then detach yourself. Take some vote, take some sankalpa. So when we see how we are implicated in this material world, that is Krishna's mercy. That's what Krishna is telling. At that point of time, dridhena chhitva, we must be ruthless and cut off. Just like Prabhupada said, Sridhara Swami, right? Sridhara Swami, felt he had to take sannyas. At that point of taking sannyas, he thought, what will I do with my parents or children or whatever? You see? So then he saw this, I think the lizard. He saw a lizard that was actually, um, I think it had eaten up an insect or something like that. So Sridhara Swami was going to take sannyas, and then I think Yeah. Now I think I'm getting the right story. Sorry, I think I didn't mention completely. So his wife actually would die because she gave birth to a child. Okay, and then he would think of giving up everything and take sannyas. So, but he felt worried. Okay, now what will happen to the baby? How to provide for the child before retiring from the world? And he would think like that. Then the egg of the lizard, right, would drop from the ceiling in front of him. The egg will break, and because of that breaking, the lizard will come out. And then a small fly would come near the young lizard, and the young lizard will catch that small fly and it will swallow. And then immediately Sridhara Swami thought, see, who's protecting whom? This mother lizard, right, is nowhere here, right? And the young lizard, the egg of the lizard dropped, and this young lizard came out, and the fly is arranged for this young lizard, right? So see, jivo jivasya jivanam. So everything is ordained, right? So in this way, he took sannyas, right? So this is the nature, right? So we have to be, when we are getting realization, when we are getting given some mercy by some chanting, by reading, we'll get some realization, we'll get some aha moments, some eureka moments. At that point of time, dridhena chhitva. Chhitva means cut, cut the root of it, cut everything. I have nothing to do here because anything I do here, there will be problem. Health problem, house problem, family problem, corporate problem, marriage problem, diverse problem, non-diverse problem. Everywhere there is problem. Wholesale problem. An intelligent person will understand there is problem. In every turn, there is a problem only. This is simply problem. This world itself is problems. That's all. If you don't see this world is a problem. And if I don't see this world is a problem, then I am a fool if I don't see it. And if you don't see it, if you are hearing it, and if you don't see it, no, this house, this world is very nice. If you feel like that, then you are also a fool. You're also a fool, right? Plain, right? So what you do? Asanga-shastrena. So if you have asanga, then you can see actually I have nothing to do here. This is called asanga. And when you have this asanga, you will feel like light like a feather. Asanga-shastrena dridhena chhitva. With this asanga, tatapadam tat parimargitavyam. Then you shoot for the Vaikuntha sky, right? You desire at that point of time, the desire will come very strong. I want to go back to God. I don't want to be here even for a moment. Tadappadam tat parimargitavyam yasmin gatana nivartanti bhuyaha. If you go there, again you will not come. Nasapunaravartate. Again, you will not come back to this material world. But who will have the desire to go back to the spiritual world? One who has a strong asanga. I mean, dear devotees, the secret of our advancement and spiritual life is to not feel like I am a part of the game. If you become a part of the game and try to understand how to be, win this game, also you are lost. Okay, if you try to win this game, also you are lost. And if you think I will be in this game but be spiritual, then also you are lost. We should understand we have nothing to do with this game. You don't have to play this game at all. That is winning this game. If we think we have to play this game, we will lose this game. Right? This is called asanga. Asanga means what? I mean, I have desires coming in my mind when I'm chanting. Asanga means what? Don't overcome those desires. If you try to overcome those desires, then you're lost. So what to do? Asanga. Asanga means I have nothing to do here. Whatever desires are arising, whatever I want to achieve, for whom they are coming? They're coming because for this sake of the household or this, whatever, right? But who am I? Why should I struggle with to fulfill these desires? And what relationship do I have here? This indifference should come. Krishna mentioned this in the second chapter, right? Shrotavyasa shutasya cha. Yada moha kalilam buddhihi vyatitarishyati tata gantasi nirvedam shrotavyasa shrutasya cha. Na nirvedam. Why should I know this? I have nothing to do here. I don't want to watch the neighbor's vessels. I don't want to know. I have nothing to do here. This asanga should come. If this asanga comes, then our mind will not go there. But if this asanga does not come, right, then the mind will again and again and go, why did this person hurt me? Why did that person? Somehow this asanga has to come with everything in this world except Krishna and his devotees. This is reality. This is the comfortable way of giving up material desires. Any other way of giving up material desires without asanga will always be agitated giving up. Because we're giving up material desires with agitation, will again come back. Very powerful word, dear devotee. This comes in many, many places in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. This word asanga. But Krishna is using the Visheshana padam there, which is dridhena chhitva. It has to be done very dridham, darindhyam. Right? Only by dridham asangam, this wax must be very hard because this material world is very subtle. So our determination to cut this off must be very, 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 very strong. Let's stop here. Questions or comments are welcome. Thank you, devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.